Hello everyone! Hello! I hope you are all doing well. Happy Monday! Hello Plasma! I'm excited to try Blue Lotus again and properly this time. Ooh, you'll have to let me know how that goes. Blue Lotus is one of my favorites. I have Blue Lotus stamens, like dried stamens, and it is super potent. It doesn't always get me lucid, but I do notice a lot of heightened awareness when I do use Blue Lotus, so you'll have to let me know how that goes. Dustin, what is up, my dude? Good to see you. Thanks for joining. So as you guys can see, today we're going to be talking about lucid dreaming mistakes to avoid, because so often we talk about how to lucid dream, the practices and the habits and the techniques and tools that we need in order to learn how to lucid dream or even just work with our dreams in general. But so often we forget the little things that could actually stop us from making the most of the experience. So today we're going to be talking about mistakes to avoid. This is within lucid dreaming. This is as far as like your techniques in waking life. We're going to be covering a few different things. Before this, I compiled a little list of just the immediate things that came to my mind of what not to do when learning to lucid dream. So we're going to be talking about that today. And yeah, if you have any to add to this list, throw it down in the chat so we could talk about it. I'm sure there's several more things that you shouldn't do, or at least could make the process to get lucid a little bit more difficult. I'm sure there's a lot more than what I have on this list, but these are the immediate things that feel really important to not do, or at least to keep in mind if you're not dreaming as much or lucid dreaming as much. Maybe look at this list and see which of these things you are doing a lot. Plasma says, I'm using vape extract. Interesting! I have never used that for Blue Lotus before. What is up, Skip? How's it going? Eric, good to see you! Did you ever get that Telegram thing figured out, Eric, by the way? Because I know you were asking when we do stream on Mondays, just so you can be here since you're my mod. And I update people in Telegram if I'm going to be a little late or anything like that. And so I'm wondering if you still don't have access to it, because if so, good to see you. You made it right on time. So just wanted to make sure or check in to see if you ever got that figured out. Let me try it again. Oh, damn. Fingers crossed, but no worries either way. Alright guys, this is in no particular order. I just, like I said, compiled a little list of things that will definitely make it difficult for you to progress in dream work. Now, some of these things you can do, like a one-off day where you do this or whatever, and it won't affect it really. But these are like habits and things that will be a detriment to your practice if it's something that you do consistently. So, of course, we're human. You've probably done a lot of these things on the list. I've done, looking at it, I'm like, yeah, we've probably all done these things at least once or twice. But this is just a little reminder that these things may be standing in your way. So the first one is smoking too much cannabis. There's so many stoners in this community, and you could totally still smoke weed and dream, and lucid dream, depending on your frequency, the time of day in which you partake, and all of that jazz. And also, I'm pretty sure I should say this as well, you have a much higher chance, getting lucid with smoking flower opposed to like concentrates, because concentrates have a much higher percentage of THC. And this is something that I actually didn't know about when I first started working with my dreams and doing dream work, lucid dreaming, all that, is I didn't know that cannabis affects your REM. So I would smoke sometimes like before a meditation and then fall asleep and then wonder why I didn't like dream at all. And yeah, it's because of, yeah, it's directly because of that. So keep that in mind if you do smoke. Something that maybe could work for you, depending on how often you like to smoke or how often you need it. You could have your smoking take place like Friday nights through Sunday, and then Monday through Friday you kind of, or Monday through Thursday or Friday morning, whatever, you can work with your dreams. Now this doesn't work for everybody because a lot of people who do smoke daily. And so if you are someone that does smoke daily, smoking in the morning will give you a majority of the day for it to kind of work through your system. And you can always tell if your REM is being suppressed by how many dreams you're having. If you aren't taking any medications that suppress your REM, but you are smoking or something consistently, just look to see how it affects your dreams. You'll definitely be able to tell how much it's suppressing your REM sleep based on how many dreams you remember, especially if you're someone who has built up dream recall and has been keeping track of your journal. You'll be able to see how much cannabis affects it directly based on the results you get that night. And so, again, like, the worst thing you could do is to smoke right before bed. Just because that alone is going to put you into a deeper state, which REM is one of our REM is our lightest stage of sleep. And so the reason why cannabis is so good for anxiety or like depression or physical pain or sleep is because it puts you into a deep state. It relaxes you so much that it helps you kind of shut down for the night. It helps kind of couch look you in a way so you can get to sleep easier. And so that could obviously make it really difficult to dream when we're being put in such a much deeper brainwave than we are in when we are lucid dreaming. So just keep that in mind, but you can totally still partake and dream. You just have to test it out to see how it affects you. And I had someone reach out on one of the comments and be like, yo, I don't know what you're talking about because I smoke all the time and I remember my dreams all the time. And that's awesome. I'm not in their brain, so I can't like see what type of dreams they're having or how vivid, but even if you are remembering dreams while using cannabis, imagine how crisp and clear and how much control you would have within your lucid dreams, especially if you weren't smoking every single day. So if you're already remembering your dreams when smoking every day, oh my god, you would probably have the craziest, most clear, vivid lucid dreams if you kind of, you know, had dream work and smoking as kind of separate things. But of course, I really want you guys to experiment with it. Everything that I say, I want you guys to experiment on your own to see how it affects you, because our physical bodies are different, our brains are different, our dreams are different, and so this is just kind of like a baseline. But test it out and see what works, you know? Test it all out. Okay, the next one. So the first one was smoking too much cannabis. The next one is having an inconsistent sleep schedule. Now, there are times where inconsistent sleep schedules can actually help you induce deeper states like sleep paralysis, for example. Because the whole thing with sleep paralysis is your mind is awake and your body is asleep. And that could totally happen if our sleep schedule is inconsistent, right? Especially if you're someone who is worrying a lot or you're stressed a lot and you're having a hard time sleeping, there are chances that you will induce sleep paralysis spontaneously by doing that. So there are like little hacks to get to deeper states like the vibrational state and stuff by having a kind of inconsistent sleep schedule. But why I put it on this list is because it's really hard to create a consistent dream work schedule if your sleep schedule is inconsistent, because you won't really know when your REM periods are. Your REM periods could be kind of broken up, and I feel like I'm just getting back into, like, literally as of yesterday, I am getting back into kind of changing my sleep schedule and trying to make it more consistent. And I forgot the sentence that I was starting right before I started this new sentence, so disregard that, but I'm just barely playing with my sleep again to see, I want to wake up with more energy, I want to have better dream recall, and I want my dreams to be more clear. So even though you can get into like the vibrational state and stuff from having, you know, an inconsistent sleep schedule, I've noticed that it's a lot easier to track when your REM is, and your REM periods are longer and stronger when you kind of have it doesn't have to be like to the T, but just having kind of at least a semi-consistent sleep schedule. I'm a crazy night owl, and There have been times, like even earlier this year and stuff, where my whole schedule is backwards. Like I would go to bed around like 7 or 8 a.m. and then wake up at like 3 or 4 p.m. And obviously, even though I still slept like consistently throughout that, my dreams were very sporadic. They were just little pieces of dreams. I would have lower recall because like just the way your brain operates from being in an inconsistent sleep schedule, and where when you're half awake and then you're falling asleep, or maybe you're like so tired throughout the day you fall asleep for a little bit and take a nap, and then you wake up at 4 a.m. and then you go to bed. Like that's how my sleep schedule was, just complete like sporadic. And even though I was able to enter like sleep paralysis at times through that, it was very hard to feel like I had a grasp of my dreams. So finding a sleep schedule that works for you, and it could even just be like Monday through Friday or whatever, Monday through Thursday, whatever you want to do. I go to bed around this time and I wake up around this time. And then the weekends could be like whatever the hell you want. We're gonna stay up, we're gonna whatever. I like to have a little balance of a little bit of structure and then some free playtime where like no rules have to apply. That's going to help you stay in your routines, and it's going to help you maintain your routines and your habits easier when you give yourself certain days where you get to disconnect from all of the rules you've kind of set for yourself. Of course, still take care of yourself, be smart, but you know what I mean. The structure that we have throughout the week, it doesn't need to, and that's one guaranteed way to completely get burnout. So even with the sleep schedule, even with, your dream work routines, like whatever you do to work with your dreams, give yourself some downtime to just like, play, rest, do whatever you want to. And so for me, that's the weekends. And of course, since I work for myself, I kind of create my own weekends, but I found it's easiest for my brain to still do like Monday through Friday, this is what we're doing. And then the weekends, I could paint, I could stay up all night, I could play Mario Kart for 12 hours, like whatever, and it's fine. This is going to make you more excited to work with your dreams. It's going to make you feel more accomplished that you're sticking with your structure that you've set for yourself throughout the week. And I feel like you'll get a lot more from your dreams, having a balance of like play and disconnect on the weekends where you don't have to do any dream work, and then having something that feels good throughout the week. Anyways, inconsistent sleep schedule is number 2 for lucid dream mistakes to avoid. The third one is eating too much before bed or before your technique. So when we eat too much right before bed, that takes so much energy for our body to digest our food. That takes so much energy that your body actually has to take some energy from like the pool of your dreams and use it to digest. So it's better to go to bed with a light meal, a smoothie, like a salad, like something very light. But of course you don't want to be like starving when you go to bed, because that will also kind of probably keep you awake. I find that I want to feel neutral. If I'm a little hungry before bed, I'll eat something really, really small or light, and I notice I have way more vivid dreams because my body's not needing to borrow so much energy from other parts to kind of make up for all the food that needs to be digested. So eating too much before bed or before your technique could cause you not to even really remember your dreams at all. The next one is getting too excited when you get lucid. So of course it is not easy to not get excited once you finally realize that you're dreaming. It's super, super exciting, especially when it's your first handful of like lucid dreams or your very first lucid dream. You're bound to get excited and you're probably going to wake up that way. That's totally, totally normal. But why this could cause some issues with our dream work practice is because we've already talked about that when we are in REM sleep, that is our lightest stage of sleep, we are the most awake during that time. And so any emotion is actually enough to wake you up out of your experience. So if you realize you're getting lucid and as soon as you realize you're dreaming, you wake up, it might be because you're getting too excited internally, and that's enough to wake your mind out of, to wake yourself up out of the dream. And that kind of ties into the next point. But before we get there, the way to kind of combat this is to practice meditation before bed, or to in meditation rehearse you getting lucid and rehearse you staying calm. Like, if you've never had a dream where you've been able to stay calm getting lucid, it actually helps your brain to mentally rehearse that, because it shows your brain what it's supposed to look like, and it gives your brain some information of like how to even do that. And so yeah, and this was something that I had a hard time with, like, as soon as I started lucid dreaming, I noticed that I was getting really excited and just waking up shortly after realizing. And this is what I did. I just mentally rehearsed before bed, realizing I was dreaming and feeling all of the emotions with it, but being able to stay calm, being able to stay focused, being able to stay grounded. And as soon as you get lucid, start interacting with the dream. That's going to help kind of anchor you in so you don't wake up as easily. For example, as soon as you get lucid, like freaking out that you got lucid, oh my god, I'm dreaming, and then just like going through the like just running away to go do something in the dream, that will definitely wake you up. And if it didn't, then you must have had a really high amount of awareness that grounded you in that experience. But as soon as you get lucid, you want to just recognize that, so your brain doesn't forget that you're dreaming and go back into a regular dream. I like to repeat, I am dreaming, I am dreaming, I am dreaming, as I am in the dream. And I rub my hands together to create like a physical sensation in the dream that helps keep me grounded. And so if you ever hear me talk about stabilizing the dream, that's what I'm talking about, is using the dreaming environment to kind of engage in physical touch. That shows your brain, oh, this isn't like an imagination or something, this is actually happening. And that's when you can almost feel when the dream gets more clear and the dream becomes more grounded. That usually happens directly after me stabilizing the dream in some way. Now, you can use anything in the dream to stabilize: the walls, the grass, other dream characters. But what I like to do is just use what's on my physical body, so my hands. And this also allows me to walk around the dream while staying grounded, because my brain can sense the sensation coming from my hands, which keeps my brain convinced that it's a real experience, while I am saying I am dreaming, which helps my brain remember that this is a dream. So it's like two parts of your brain believe different things. You stabilizing the dream convinces a part of your brain that it's a real experience, which is why it should put more energy into the experience. But then saying I am dreaming out loud helps your brain remember, helps a part of your brain remember that what you're experiencing is a dream, and that prevents it from, basically from you forgetting and it going to a normal, regular dream. So just practicing calmness. And of course we love to get excited. We love to, we love to feel all those vibes. And I was going to say, while you're awake, you could also practice staying calm in really exciting moments, but that doesn't necessarily sound super fun, right? We want to be able to feel excited and to feel joy. And so I at least would practice before bed as you're falling asleep. Just imagine that you get lucid and imagine what you want to do. Imagine how you want to feel, and there will be a time coming up where you do get lucid and you're able to stay calm. Mine went from being like super excited and waking up to me just knowing that I'm dreaming and then just smiling and then going about the dream. It was like a complete switch, and it definitely was just from kind of trying to ease my excitement in my mental rehearsal before bed. But yeah, if you get excited as soon as you get lucid, that is definitely something that can get in your way, and this is a direct way to combat that. The next point actually ties into that one, which is using lucid dreaming only for intimacy. So, what I mean by this is if you're trying to get freaky in all your lucid dreams, and that's the only thing you want to do is get it going, you may have some really short lucid dreams. And a lot of people hate this. I can't tell you how many messages I get from men. Like, hey, you should teach me how to do this in my lucid dream. You should teach me how to do this in my astral travels. And let me just say, if you know how to do it in real life, you can figure it out in the dream, and I'm not here to teach you how to do that, how to get it in. You can figure that out. But what I will tell you is if that is your main goal, you may have some short-lived experiences, my friend. Of course, they might happen spontaneously. super cool, whatever, awesome. But if your main goal is to get nasty in your lucid dreams, you might be in for a rude awakening, no pun intended, because that is such a strong feeling in the body, that is absolutely enough to completely wake you up out of the experience. Now you can experiment with this if you want to and try to stabilize all the different ways, and you know, go up, it's your dream world. You can do what you'd like, but it may cause you to waste so many amazing opportunities that you get when lucid because you're prioritizing something else. I'm not saying you can't do that. Like, you can totally do it, but if that's your main goal, is to only learn how to lucid dream or astral project just to get freaky, just expect some short-lived experiences. Okay, I'll just say that. Let's see, what is up, Shelby? How's it going? Let's see, what? Yeah, for real. I can't tell you, though, how many messages I get of that. I'm telling you. And it's always like, how do I do it in the lucid dream? And it's like, well, if you've ever gotten freaky in real life, you should, you're in first person when you're dreaming, so you should be able to figure it out. The next point is walking through the dream too quickly. So this kind of ties in with the stabilizing aspect. You really want to take your time within your dream world. You don't want to act like, oh, I've been on this street 500 times, just like you're going to the grocery store in waking life. It doesn't work that way at all. The dream world, it's being created and generated as you walk through it. So you can think of it kind of like a computer generating images and information as you walk through it. And this is why your lucid dreams will end prematurely, is if as soon as you realize you're dreaming, you just start trying to fly or you start trying to run. That is so much information your brain is having to generate in the dream as you're moving through so quickly. And to also keep the dream stabilized while you're doing this, it's such a big task for the dream. And so I recommend, and of course if you want your dreams to be as stable as possible and last longer, it's almost like scrolling through like pictures on like Facebook or whatever before they fully loaded. You know, you're scrolling through your pictures trying to find one, and they're kind of like all blank until they can load. And if you just keep scrolling, it's going to cause a massive delay in the images being generated. So you kind of like go slow, right? You kind of let them generate as you're going. It's kind of like that within the dream. You kind of want to match the dream's pace, because if you're like way ahead of the dream, or your energy is way higher than what the dream is at the time, to me that can cause a disconnect, and it could cause you to wake up. And so I like just to take it really slow as soon as I get lucid, and you will feel when the dream is more stable. And then that's definitely a time where I would practice, you know, dream control, like flying or manifesting a person or changing the location within your dream. All of that is possible once the dream is grounded, once it's stabilized. So just try to avoid moving too quickly within the dream or making really fast decisions and just letting your thoughts go insane. Because I've noticed anytime I get caught up in too many conversations in the dream, or the energy's getting too quick, the dream just starts to fade. So even if you feel like you're overthinking in the dream about what things to do, that also could cause you to wake up quickly. So that's also why I recommend having a plan before your next lucid dream. You have your dream journal, which you use in the morning, right? And then you have your dream planning journal, which you use before bed. This helps to make sure that you make the most of all of the dreams that you have without losing an opportunity, because you're spending too much time thinking of what to do. This helps kind of completely take that out. So before bed, I plan out the next dream I want to have. Now this could be a non-lucid dream. So what do I want to see? What kind of message do I want to get? Do I have a question? Or a lucid dream. Tonight, in my dream, I'm going to get lucid, and this is exactly what I'm going to do as soon as I get lucid. You're basically just creating the plan. That, and then reread it a couple times before you go to bed, and try to make that plan the last thing on your mind before you go to sleep. That way, when you do realize you're dreaming, you're able to think of that plan and remember. So that is something that kind of helps me stay focused within my dream. And there will be dreams that you get lucid and you remember your plan and you just decide that you don't care. And that's fine. You know, you can't always control how you feel in a lucid dream. Sometimes you'll just decide to not do your plan, and that's totally fine. But it's better to at least have one set in, so you know what your next priority was, and then obviously you can decide if you want to do that or not. Let's see. This one is very important to me. This one is a lucid dream mistake to avoid is being rude or unkind to your dream characters. Now, I talk about this a lot, and this is because dreaming is not just like a fun thing that I like to do. It's a place where I can explore my inner self and connect to all of these different archetypes that I didn't even know existed. I use lucid dreaming for a lot of personal work, like spiritual work, like inner child, but just a lot of like inner work. And so the archetypes, the dream characters, actually play an extremely important role in that, because little do we know, we don't really know this until we start interacting with them, but every dream character you see represents something about you. So maybe you see a dream character that's like super hilarious and is like cracking everyone up. Maybe that is like the class clown type of archetype, or like just your humor in general. You can, and this is just a little test, you should definitely do this, go up to one of your dream characters and just ask them to tell you the funniest joke that you've ever heard. And it's very interesting because I've also done this, and I didn't remember what they said to me, but I woke up laughing. So try it. That might be kind of a fun experiment. But every dream character that you see within the dream state is you. Along with everything, I truly believe that everything that is shown to us within the dream state represents something about us or our situation in some way. Even the weather, even the clothes that you're wearing when you realize you're dreaming, the emotions that are present, the environment, of course, if there's any music that's playing. I truly believe that all of it has just a little hint of magical symbolism that would totally go past our awareness if we didn't practice dream recall, write our dreams down, and study our dream environment, like what is even happening there. And Charlie Morley says this a lot: if you're ever wondering what's going on in your mind or what's going on inside, look to your dreams, because it will tell you so much about yourself that you didn't even know consciously. It is super incredible. So when we're mean to dream characters, which I've had a couple people tell me this, that they like kill them for fun, and that just like pains me to my core to hear, okay? That's so sad. I always notice that dream characters always have a very important role in my dreams. They're either helping me to understand something, there's always something there. Even if there was a dream character that was like really nasty to you, damn, what potent symbolism, right? What does this mean about me? How can I use this? And so I believe even if we just make the intention to meet a specific archetype, they will find you. It's so cool. And you can even just make this request before you even fall asleep. It's your mind is so intelligent. You'll be surprised at the deep conversations that you have with your inner self once you actually start letting that part of yourself know that you're open to receiving information. But yes, as far as dream characters, you can meet your inner anger, your creativity, your badass business CEO self. You can meet the part of you that lives in the state or the country that you want to live in. You can access all these different parts of yourself, because the cool thing about time is it doesn't exist on any other plane than this one. So this means that we can connect to archetypes. Like I can connect to my archetype of who I'm going to be when I'm 55. You know, and bring back some of that wisdom into my now, my present now. And there's so many creative ways that you can go about this, but I would love if you guys chose like one archetype that you're going to try to meet or request to see you in your dream, and just let me know what happens. any archetype that you want. It could be a past version of yourself, it can be a future version of yourself, it could just be your creativity, your sense of humor, your grief, your inner child, whatever it is. And I would love to hear if anything comes out of that. But again, just a simple request can go such a long way. And I definitely recommend having a dream planning journal, because that, oh my gosh, has been so helpful. And just like the dream journal of, you know, going back through the dreams that you have and seeing how you've grown and how you've changed, the same thing can happen with your dream planning journal. You're looking through all of your desires, your dream priorities, and reporting what actually happened and how the dream connected with you and answered your question. I mean, it's a completely different way to work with your subconscious than just a regular dream journal. So if that's something that interests you, I would recommend having a dream journal that you use in the morning to write your dreams down, and a dream planning journal that you use before bed to plan out the dreams, non-lucid or lucid, that you would like to have next. And basically, you don't have to have that dream that night. You will just basically review your dream plan nightly, and then, yeah, if you complete your dream plan, then when you're ready, you can plan your next one before bed. But I'll have to do another video where I show you guys mine. That way you guys know what I mean. But I'll bring my dream journal and my dream planning journal one of these times and just kind of show you how I use them. Let's see. So, be nice to your dream characters. They are there to help you. They're aspects of yourself. And so if you are rejecting a specific dream character, you're kind of rejecting that part of yourself in a way. And I believe that that could do something psychological, especially when I had this old friend, I've told you guys this a couple of times, but he would spontaneously lucid dream, and I'd ask him what he would do in his dreams, and he said that he would just dream characters. Just boom, 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 boom. I was appalled. I was like, oh my, this hurts so bad. And him and I aren't friends anymore. I still, with peace and love, I still wish him the best, but I will just say that, I guess with some of his tendencies or like behaviors, you could guess that maybe he was doing something negative to his dream characters, because, I don't know. I'll have to get into the topic sometime. But be nice to your dream characters. It shows a lot about you with how you treat other people, even if they aren't like physical beings. Just to have that like thought of like wanting to hurt someone like vulnerable or create this control over someone, and it's yourself is what's the crazy part. Like, all of these archetypes are of you, and so I just think it's really interesting to think about the symbolism of that and how we treat things within our dream world, because we perceive it as not real, right? So does that make the damage we do in those states any less real? Because if our brain believes that the dream is a real experience, and we're just going in there with a AK-47 and just like like, you see what I mean? Just the thought of like, oh yeah, this is a good idea. I don't know. I can't imagine doing that to my dream characters. What is up, Jamal? Good to see you guys. Hello, everyone that is joining. Good to see you. Let's see. Oh, here's a good one. So this isn't anything necessarily bad, but I just think it's not a good habit to be in. Waking yourself out of a lucid dream due to boredom. There's been people that I have heard that like get lucid very easily, and they don't know what to do in their dreams, and so they just wake themselves up. Oh my god! We spend so much time trying to get to that state that I can't imagine just being bored and just waking myself up from that state. So I would write out a possibilities journal, or just a page of all these different things that you want to try when you're lucid. Because again, if we don't go in with a plan, we're going to completely waste that time when we could get something really beautiful out of the experience. Lucid dreams can give us so much, and they can stick with us for days and days, weeks, months, years after. And so if you're getting lucid, but you're so bored that you're just waking yourself up out of your experience, then I would set a couple challenges for yourself. And for those of you who haven't seen my Lucid Dream Challenge series, maybe I would check that series out, because I give you guys different challenges to try in your dream work practice and within your lucid dreams. And even something kind of fun like just trying to create fire in the palm of your hand. You know, practicing lucid dream control. That's something that you could do within your dreams. You know, meditating or doing energy work while lucid is very interesting. Very interesting. So if you ever are in a lucid dream where you get the opportunity to practice meditation or breath work or energy work, see what happens. It's the trippiest shit ever. But my point with this is there's so many creative things to do, and there's so many ways to benefit our personal lives through lucid dreaming. And even if there's not anything in particular you want to do, what are the places that you can go within your lucid dreams? You know, if you're so bored that you're waking yourself up out of your lucid dreams, I would set crazier challenges for yourself, because you're able to become conscious in first person in this world that is literally reserved for you. All of your senses are heightened. The limits within this world are down to your own beliefs and perception. You create everything within that state, just with your mind, with your imagination. And we can truly see how creative we are when we look to our dreams. The fact that we create every drop of rain, that we create so much beautiful nature in our dreaming environments for as far as our eyes can see. The fact that that is all created by this, there's definitely some creative challenges that we can set for ourselves when we are lucid. But if you don't have any ideas or anything like that, definitely check out my Lucid Dream Challenge series, because, and again, I want to start this back up. But there's a few ideas in there of things that you can do when you are lucid. Let's see. The next one, can anyone guess? Not writing your dreams down. People have told me, I remember my dreams, I don't need to write them down. Okay, you're not going to remember every single dream you have, let alone the detail of your dreams. There's been some people that have reached out that say they don't even need to write their dreams down. They remember every single dream, and I guarantee you that that is not true. And with dream journaling, you have all of the information there. You have the date, you have the time, you have specific symbols, emotions, themes that showed up, you have the entire story, and you can also decode it under, which is what I've taught you guys to do as far as looking at the symbolism within your dreams. There's no way that you remember at least one of those every single day without writing anything down. There's no way. There's no way. And again, it's same with like smoking cannabis. Even if you are remembering your dreams while smoking cannabis, imagine how much you could do with all of that clarity, all of that awareness if you weren't smoking. It's just showing you how potent your dreams would be if you were doing that one thing. So not writing your dreams down is exactly that. Just writing your dreams down is enough to show your brain that it's actually a priority to remember everything that happens during your sleeping cycle. So it is the main way to show your brain that you are ready to remember your dreams, is by practicing writing them down. And if you stop writing down your dreams, your brain doesn't think it's a priority, and so it just throws a lot of the information away because it knows you're not going to use it. Your brain is super intelligent. But if it knows that dreams are super important to you, you're thinking about them all the time, you're planning out your next dream, you will have profound and vivid dreams, and you will have several dreams a night. I promise you, it goes down to how excited you are for the practice, how much you're willing to put into it, how much awareness you give it. If you don't think about dreams throughout the entire day or in the morning or anything, your brain's not going to remind you to check if you're dreaming. Your brain's not going to remind you to write your dreams down because you haven't been building up the foundation for your inner self to know that it's important to you. So writing your dreams down is a must, okay? And I have a billion videos on why this is the case, so please check those out if you want more information on that. So to go along with not writing your dreams down, not going through your dream journal is another one. It will be pretty hard to lucid dream if you don't know your dreaming environment, because we all dream, we all have similarities within our dreams, but we all have our complete own dream environment. And it has its own feelings, it has its own symbols. And you guys even know some of my dreaming environments. We've talked about some of my dream worlds that I go to consistently. Not too long ago, someone in here was like, yo, have you been, I think it was Jamal, correct me if I'm wrong, but you were like, yo, have you been to that, that, what was it? The Egyptian, like, tourist mall thing. If you guys know what I'm talking about, you know. But that super crazy world in my dreamland that seems to be Egypt. But the feelings that are there, that's what tells me I'm in that environment. Not only like the visuals of what I see, but like how I feel when I'm in that dream. Do you notice that the different dreams you have completely different feelings? I wouldn't say it's like eerie, maybe it is, but dreams have this like weird emotional tone to them, which is enough to tell me that it's a dream. You know, there's something just feels a little bit off when you're dreaming. And I noticed that that's kind of like all my dreams feel that way, but they all have their own little unique flavor to them, if that makes sense. So you should absolutely be writing your dreams down, but you should 100% be reading through your dream journal. At least, you don't have to do this, but this is just to make it easier for you to lucid dream, for you to more easily recognize when you're in your dream world, for you to recognize the signs that you're dreaming and the symbols. But reading through your dream journal like once a week, and I'm not saying like the whole thing, you can just read your past week's dreams. Like on Sunday before your before your work week or something. And this just helps figure out where you're at right now within your dream world. What's happening? Is there anything that's reoccurring? What emotions are present? What themes? What symbols? And eventually, you're going to start to recognize like, oh yeah, that's definitely a normal part of my dreams. Oh yeah, I notice like 80% of my dreams have this aspect, or they feel like this. And you're basically just gathering information from your dream world so that you can use it to create sparks of awareness so you can realize when you're dreaming. And so writing your dreams down helps build your dream recall, helps your dreams become more profound, and reading through your dream journal helps you lucid dream easier because you are getting familiar with your dreaming environment and what is in there. So that's something that I recommend doing as well. The next lucid dream mistake to avoid is not using your waking life to practice lucidity. If you think that dreaming is only reserved for sleep, then that might be why you're not having fruitful experiences within your dream world. Just like we can get information from the dream state, we can also pull information from the waking state into the dream world. So they really are one and the same in a lot of ways. And so when it comes to using your waking state to practice lucid dreaming, you're basically trying to get in the same mindset that you could be dreaming at any time. That's really what it means to do reality check. You're getting familiar with assuming that you could be dreaming at any time. And you won't know for sure unless you look closer and ask yourself some questions and do some physical tests to test out your environment and the results you get. And so the main way to get lucid is to use the time when we're awake to kind of prep ourselves for going to sleep. Like the more I think about dreams during the day, the more I'm going to think about dreams when I'm dreaming. The more I talk about dreams when I'm awake, the more I'm going to talk about dreams when I'm dreaming. The more I ask myself if I could be dreaming, the more I'm going to ask myself that when I am dreaming. And what does that lead to? A spark of awareness of, oh, this is a dream. So we can see that what we do during waking state does go to our dreams. And we can even see this with working all the time or watching a movie. Like we can see that like what happens in our waking life directly translates into our dream world. And this is because everything we say, everything we see, everything we hear, all of that is stored within the subconscious mind. And because when we dream, we're in the subconscious mind, we're processing a lot of the stuff that we see, hear, experience, feel throughout the day. And that's why dreams can sometimes be a collection of random shit that happens during the day. And so we're taking advantage of this by trying to plant little habits that will show up within our dreams. So again, like if you had control over it, what questions or what would you want to naturally do within your dreams, right? Most of us would probably want to like look a little closer, be a little bit more critical, you know, be a little bit more aware about like what we're doing. And so all of those things are just things that you do in waking life. You literally just pretend like you're dreaming in waking life. And eventually, like, it's going to feel more natural to be more present. It's going to feel more natural to ask yourselves, oh, could I be dreaming? Because you're so used to asking yourself that, it now starts to spontaneously come up in your brain. That is when it becomes a habit within the dream state. When you do something so much in waking life that now your brain's reminding you to do it, that shows you that that's going to start happening in the dream. Your brain's going to start reminding you to check if you're dreaming. Your brain's going to remind you to be present. Like, the more you talk about dreams, it's going to show up in your dream, and that will act as a trigger for you to know that you're dreaming. So not using your waking life to practice lucidity is a huge mistake. Because if you're serious about dreaming, then this would probably be a smart option for several reasons. But it gives us so much more time to not only train ourselves to become lucid, but also use what we've been learning from the dream state to benefit our waking lives here. Like I told you guys, I use the dream state for a ton of inner work, right? And it helps me so much by giving me so much important information that I can use in waking life. But if that's the case, then the even exchange would be using my waking life to also benefit my dream world, so I can continue to get value and information that can help me be a better version of me in this life, which will in turn change the environment and the content within my dreams. It's a gift that keeps evolving and giving, as long as you see the connection between both states. What we do within the waking state can merge into the dream world, and things that happen in the dream world can be brought into waking state. They are one and the same. And once you start seeing them that way, it will feel a lot easier to work with your dreams, because it won't feel like such separate things. Like, this is this version of me and this is this version of me. It's just one dance. Once you see this experience is just being multifaceted, you start to feel, it doesn't feel like there's such a disconnect between you and your dream self, if that makes sense. Another lucid dream mistake to avoid is trying techniques every single night. This is actually not beneficial, because not only does it disrupt your sleeping cycle, but if you like wake up every single morning at 4 a.m. to do a technique, eventually your brain's going to start preparing you to wake up at that time, thinking that you just want to get up for the day at that time. So it's actually going to help stimulate you and give you energy at 4 a.m. because it thinks you're trying to set a habit to wake up at that time. And so the worst thing you can do is to do the same things every single day for your dreams. Of course, you want to write your dreams down, you want to plan out your dreams, you want to be doing reality checks and awareness practices throughout the day. But as far as the techniques you do and the times you do them, you should definitely change that around a lot. You should play around with that and never let it get too comfortable. The next thing is getting upset if you can't get lucid. Our dreams will show us exactly what we need to see in the times we need to see them. And the dream is not just meant to like answer, like we're not just meant to be able to tell the dream what to do and for it to do that. It's a dance. It's showing us different aspects of us. It's teaching us. And so we can't judge the subconscious mind for showing us something when we wanted something else necessarily. We have to find the beauty and the value in what we are being shown, or else we're kind of not ready to see what's after that. And so don't get upset if you can't get lucid. It's all a part of the journey. Every single time you don't get lucid, or every single time you do get lucid, you learn something new for next time. It is all a part of the journey, and you cannot learn how to get lucid consistently or work with your dreams consistently if you don't go through the hurdles and the challenges in order to know what works for you and what doesn't work for you. And the best thing you can do is having like a light, playful, like just lighthearted attitude about dreaming, because dreaming really, I think it resides in that like playful, childlike part of us So the best way to get the most out of our dreams is to feel as playful and excited about it as possible. The next lucid dream mistake to avoid is not paying attention to non-lucid dreams because they aren't lucid. There's going to be some dreams where your subconscious mind doesn't want you lucid, and that's because when we are lucid, we have the opportunity to not see something. We have the opportunity to change the dream or influence the dream. When there's stuff that we don't want to see but we need to see. There's certain dreams that we have that we don't need control over. It's supposed to be non-lucid for a reason. There's something in it where we're supposed to just observe. And so non-lucid dreams are just as important as lucid dreams. They're just slightly different, and we can interact with them in different ways. That's all that's it. That's really it. They both have really deep, beautiful symbolism. We can communicate with both dreams in different ways, but one's not more valuable than the other. They just give us different opportunities to interact with the dreams in different ways. And the best way to have more lucid dreams is to really, really look at the value from your non-lucid dreams. And again, if we can see the value in our experiences, then our subconscious mind is going to feed more into that and to give us more value, right? If we are practicing building dream recall, our brain is going to give us more dreams to recall. So you are just showing your brain what's important to you by the energy that you give it. And so definitely make sure to pay attention to your non-lucid dreams. Make sure to write your non-lucid dreams down in your dream journal, because dreaming, dream work, our subconscious mind, it's all one and the same. It just expresses itself in different ways, and all are very important. Let's see. The next one is waking yourself up out of nightmares. Nightmares are a sign of a healing mind because there's clearly something that's being processed, expressed, and integrated within a nightmare. Nightmare, a lot of the time, maybe you're just processing something you were stressing about. Maybe it's something that your body finally feels safe enough to process, and it comes from your childhood. Maybe there was a really embarrassing situation that happened to you a couple years ago, and you just you've just tried to let it go and not think about it, and now it's starting to be processed in your dreams. When we dream of something, it's because it's already past the point of being expressed. Once we're dreaming of it, it's already being integrated. We've already went through the process to kind of integrate, express, take what we need from it, and release the pain from that memory. Nightmares are extremely important because it shows that there's something in you that is moving, that is healing, that is changing, that is evolving in some way. And the dreams that have a higher amount of energy usually have a higher amount of potential. And we can see which energy or which dream has more energy just by looking at it. For example, let's say I'm walking through a field and kind of frolicking around a field, looking at flowers. And then you have a dream where you're being chased down the street and you're barely escaping and you're screaming for your life. That one clearly has more energy. So that experience has more potential than me frolicking through flowers. There's a ton of symbolism within nightmares as well. Are you running away from something? Are you trying to avoid something? Really look at the theme and the emotions that you're feeling in your nightmares, and you can decode those just like any other dream, except it'll probably be easier with nightmares. I found nightmares to be some of the easiest dreams to decode because a lot of it's kind of clear, right? You're just looking at the different pieces of symbolism that pop up and then how they fit together in a story. And again, if you guys have questions on dream symbolism and stuff, we'll have to chat about this again. But if you're having nightmares, those are definitely the dreams you should try not to wake up out of, and those are definitely the dreams that want to be seen. When you're having a nightmare, it's not because your subconscious wants to scare you. It's because nightmares create fear in our body, and fear makes us aware. Fear makes us alert. And so your brain is just showing you, it's symbolically telling you that it has something it wants you to see. And so it's using fear or more awareness to wake you up in a sense, to wake you up so you can look at it for what it is. And so one of the best things you can do when you're having a nightmare, especially if you get lucid in it, is just to observe it. Just to lovingly become aware of it and let it show you exactly what it wants to show you. It's just like a child that is having a tantrum that's upset about something. The child needs to have space to express that without being interrupted, right? But that energy also has to be received. And so just being aware within the nightmare without trying to change anything, without trying to run away, without trying to influence it, that is the work. The seeing is the doing. You witnessing the nightmare is you witnessing a part of yourself that has felt rejected, denied, disowned, and like it doesn't matter. So you giving your awareness, giving your loving presence within a nightmare is more than enough to see what has been unseen and is what has kept you stuck. And again, you'll have nightmares can be for completely different reasons, but they all kind of connect at its core. And are you not suggestible by dark spirits with nightmares? I don't necessarily believe that influences outside of ourselves can control us like that. And nightmares, a lot of the time we're running away from something because we believe that something outside of us is trying to get us. But what's ironic is the thing that we're running away from is a part of ourself that hasn't been seen or accepted. And so it all comes back to us. And so with nightmares, I would even just talk to your subconscious mind before bed and just let it know that you're open to healing what needs to be healed. You're open to seeing what needs to be seen, whatever you want to say. I promise your subconscious mind can hear you. Just making the intention to have an experience. You will experience something beautiful from that. So especially with nightmares, just play around and see what happens. All right, and the last one that I have here is kind of connects the thing, the other one we talked about, but only sticking to one technique. You want to be trying several different things at different times in different ways to really test out what is the things that are working and what are the things that are not working. And you're really just your own chef, really. You're combining ingredients to create a specific recipe to get a specific result. You just look at how your dreams are right now, what you want to change, and then you just kind of create that plan to change them. For example, if you want to get lucid more, how can you use your daytime to create more presence within your dreams? How can you study your dreaming environments more to know the place that you're actually going when you get lucid? Or when you go into a dream. By the way, that's reviewing your dream journal, don't forget. And how can you switch up your technique so you don't get bored? What's a new way that you can do a technique that you haven't tried before? You're really just testing things out. You're challenging yourself. You're becoming your own scientist and seeing what works and what doesn't work. And I promise you, even just, again, before you go to sleep, ask the dream what you need to do in order to lucid dream more. And I'm sure you'll dream about it. It's incredible. It's incredible. Go to sleep with a request or an intention or whatever. And I promise you, please let me know if you guys do this. It's so cool that's sometimes all it takes is just a simple question, just a simple request. So lucid dreaming, dream work, all of this is something that is super creative, super personal, super fun, and can evolve as you evolve. And I'm telling you, there's no limitations when it comes to this state, and you will never run out of things to do. This state will go as far as your own imagination goes. And so, if you guys are looking for more ideas on how to make your lucid dreams more fruitful, maybe I'll have to start up that series again and give you guys some cool ideas on what you can try within your lucid dreams. All right, let me see. Good to see all of you guys, by the way. Thank you guys so much for joining. Where is your dream story? I would like to listen to them. So, are you referring to the video where I talk about healing my digestive issues while lucid dreaming? Because I don't think that one's in a playlist, but you should be able to search the Lucid Mystic Lucid Dream Healing. I could probably also post it. Let me go to 1 second. Videos. I know it's kind of old, so let me go to oldest. Here. Okay. Damn, this video's old. I got my old intro up. Okay. Here's the video. I think this is the one you're talking about. I'm sorry, I'm a little late to your comment. So I'm not. Looks like I found it before you, Eric. I was actually surprised I was able to do that. I was... I'm sorry, Eric. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I just didn't want to leave you guys hanging. And, you know, I knew you were on that, though. I could feel it. I could feel it in my heart that you were almost there. Okay. Alright, Eric. Next time we need to find a video. I'm going to say, alright, Eric. We need to find this, and I'm going to give you 20 seconds. You better not be past those 20 seconds. I'm just kidding. I felt horrible saying that. Even though it was a joke, I felt horrible. Hey, zombies! What's up? Oh my gosh, what is up, dude? How are you? It's been forever. What is up? Oh my gosh, I miss you. I miss you. I have not seen you for so long. What the hell, dude? How have you been? How about try to avoid sleeping for 24 hours once in a while? That would be hard for me personally because I fall asleep everywhere. Like, I can never stay awake. But I definitely have pulled several all-nighters. So I'm not a stranger to that either. It's weird. I'm a huge night owl and I like to stay awake for long periods of time, but at the same time I can't stay awake. Usually I'll be, like, when I'm pulling an all-nighter or something, I'll be on the couch, like, just playing games, and I'll literally wake up with the controller still in my hand, and I'll just go back to playing again until I wake up again. I'm just, like, falling asleep everywhere. Everywhere. Reiki is directly related to quantum physics and has been tested extensively. It works very well. Yes, Eric. Yes, yes, yes. Oh my gosh. And there's so many documentaries on quantum physics where they kind of tie those two together. If you guys are interested, I'll get you guys some. I'll get you guys a list of my favorite documentaries. I should do that by now because I've really plugged so many. Alright guys, so that is about it for today. I love you guys so very much. And it is so good to be streaming again on Mondays. I don't know if you guys have been able to tell, but the past 2 years have felt a little bit different for me on my channel. I was like posting daily, and then once I did hospice for my grandmother, and she was here, and after she passed away, everything just got fucked up. Everything. I disconnected for months on my channel and in my groups, and like, I just did not know how to process death. I really did not. And I've been, it's been a journey to get back to feeling completely myself with my content and all of that. And so I appreciate you guys sticking with me. I know there's been months where I didn't even stream at all or release a video or do any of those, and just know that I love you guys so much for sticking with me. And I definitely, when I feel sad or stressed or anything, I tend to disconnect from everyone and everything. And I want to work on that in the future, you know, anytime anything comes up. But I just appreciate you guys for always being here and sticking with me. And I just love you guys so very much. And I'm starting to definitely feel more myself. Jesus Christ, it's been a long time. 2 years really does feel like forever. But it's just such a great feeling to have you guys here still. And we'll continue to evolve together and grow together, and it's going to be a really beautiful journey. So thank you guys. As I come back to being myself, I'll check out your recent videos and catch up. No worries, Amis. Oh, it's so good to see you. Are you in the Telegram chat, by the way? Yo, Eric, can you give me the Telegram link? Thanks, bro. I just want to make sure Zomis has access to that. Because, damn, bro, I miss you. I haven't seen that name forever. I've been struggling in life, honestly, but things have been alright. I miss your channel a lot. Sorry for being away. Never say sorry for being away, Zomis. I totally get it. And don't worry, I think we've all definitely been going through our own unique struggles. And I am definitely someone who, I just I don't mean to, I just disconnect from everything and everyone when I'm going through something. And just know that we're always here for you, zombies. If you ever need anyone to chat with or anything, you are definitely not alone. And I would love for you to join the Telegram if you haven't. That way we can all stay connected and stuff outside of the stream. But it's so good to see. I was gonna say see your face. Sounds a lot more. Sounds a lot better than just seeing your name. It's great to see your name / face again. Zombies. Okay, perfect. Yes, can't wait to see you there. Oh my gosh. Look at us all coming back together. Oh, this is a great feeling. Good to see you. Well, that is it, guys. We will definitely be streaming this upcoming Monday. Let me see if I can't show you very much, but I got a new little divider thing, and I think it's super cute. It's kind of closed right now. It kind of looks weird, but it's a 4-panel one, and I'm using it as like a little office. I'm making myself a little I have a wall now, so it feels like I'm in an actual little room. How cool. But I definitely am going to give you guys a fall what's the word, apartment tour, but it's not going to be like super professional. I haven't got my my cool camera yet to be an official content creator, so I'm just going to record it on my phone. That's okay. And show you guys my cozy fall place that I've been working so hard on creating. But yes, I also, what kind of videos do you guys want to see in the future? Because I have a ton of ideas, but what are you guys thinking? The podcast, I'm recording the next podcast episode after fucking like a full year. Yes, I'm starting the podcast again. I'm sorry. Shit has been going crazy and I have not really had the time or the resources for the podcast, but that's coming back. The Lucid Dream Challenge is something we can do. Like painting time lapses is something you guys told me you'd be interested in. Doing like nighttime or morning routine type shit. Hey guys, welcome to my morning routine. Get ready with me. So first I start by pounding 4 energy drinks. Not really, but yeah, I think those ideas will kind of be cool. There's so many ideas. Where do I start? Lay 'em on me, Eric. Maybe we'll have to create, you know what? That'd be impossible. I was gonna say we should create like a little community list that people can add to put ideas in. That would be a horrible mess. Horrible. A shared Google Doc with everybody in here. Okay. Eric, I'm gonna need to hear these ideas, okay? Now, you can either compile a little cute little Google Doc, or you could just send me a text, since you have my number, and just tell me some ideas you have for the channel. Because I am looking for some new fun, cool stuff that we can do this cozy season. Cooking stream when? Gaming stream when? That's what I'm trying to figure out, Eric. I would love to do a cooking stream, though. I've been making a lot of soups and curries. I think it's something to do with nature. Maybe I could take you guys on an adventure somewhere. Fuck, there's so many ideas. I'm only one person with one lifetime. This is not okay. Oh, yes. Okay, no, I remember, Eric. I remember. I just got excited. My brain told me, oh, this is a new good idea. It is a good idea, but it's not new. I remember now. I'll be up. Oh my gosh, I'm about to die. I'll be awaiting the list. I cannot wait to see it. Golfing stream. Shelby got into golf recently. And now it's all about golf. Shelby, I don't know how to golf. I feel like I'd for sure throw out my arm or like just huck the golf club. Is Lucid Dream Astral Projection as Astral Projection Lucid Dreaming? No, they're completely different experiences, but you can induce them interchangeably, which is kind of cool. You're turning white, Shelby. Really, those clubs are, it's not like I would want to throw it. I'm just not primed to be a golfer. I just might accidentally just let go. I don't know. See, and this is just me guessing. I've never, I've only done like mini golfing, and I think that was like a billion years ago. So I'd be going in with absolutely no skill. It might turn into like a Happy Gilmore situation where I just get like really mad. It'd be fine. You know, fine. Fine, Shelby. Make me a golfer. You know what's crazy? Is I'm surrounded in golf courses. Like literally I could walk outside and I could see one in front of me, one behind me. And I do go on the golf course, but the only time I do that is when it's dark, me and my dog go run around like psychos. That's my version of golfing. So yeah, me and Juno, we dip in a little golfing, you know? We dabble. Just our way though. But okay, Eric. I can't wait to see that document. I bet there's some badass ideas in there. Snowboard stream, do you guys want me to actually pass away? You think since I live in Utah and we have apparently like the best snow on earth, that I would like have at least one snow activity that I like to do? Is sledding a sport? Can I like shred some snow on a sled? Does that count? I get really bad headaches and have to wake up after I start lucid dreaming. What does this mean? Do you get headaches as soon as you get lucid? Or just when you damn, cliff jumping. We're like, we know Haylee can't swim very well, so let's send her into the depths of the ocean. I am 27 years old. Yes, sir. You know, oh my god, how fun would it be to go camping and take you guys camping with me? Oh, do you know what? Camping with us one time, and it was the sweetest thing ever. Oh my god, you guys have to see. We're going to be doing a lot of those streams in Washington, for sure. There's so much to see out there. I'm literally going to, like, never be home. I'm going to be just sleeping in some meadow forever. I'm so fucking excited, guys. It's coming. It is coming. This is apparently my last fall season in Utah. I'm really hoping I get to move, guys. I've been working really hard. So we will see. We will see what happens in the springtime. Camping something. See, okay. I have so many ideas for the channel. We're just gonna be patient and wait for Eric's Google document. And then I will just continue with the billions of ideas that I have. But guys, the app should be launched now, I think. I don't know. The app that I've been talking to you guys about, where my content's gonna be, where my dream guides and courses and stuff is gonna be, I think it's out for Android. No, Apple. Yeah, it's Apple first. So if you have an Apple product, you can type Peak Audio into the Apple store. I don't know what it's called. And see if it lets you access it. But that is the app that my stuff is going to be coming to. We're going to have sleep tracks on there. We're going to have guided meditations. We're going to have breath work on there. Where I have like little audio dream guides on there of like all the little things. Oh my god, it's so cool, and it's something that I've never done before. So that's been why that doesn't sound right at all. That is why it has been difficult for me to upload like lots of extra content on my main channel like I was doing before, is because of this app. But I think it is about to launch, or has launched. You guys will have to check. I don't have Apple anything, so I have no idea. Put the app on Linktree. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna put it out once it like fully launches, but I'm just gonna have to, you know, try to figure out myself what's going on. Yeah, I'm Android too, zombies, don't worry. But it's going to become, it should be out for Apple, I believe. Next is desktop. and then Android. We're last, guys. Guess that's just the life of being a poor little Android user, isn't it, folks? But don't worry, it's coming, okay? But I've had a couple people ask me about that, and so I wanted to let you know there's so much content that is already here. I just can't talk about a lot of it. But yes, that is one of the things. And then I don't have my crazy cool vlog camera yet that I'm gonna be getting, but I'm just gonna start recording podcasts on my phone because I did 2 episodes of it and then shit got crazy in life, and then it's been like 5 or 6 months. I'm sorry. Okay, I promise. I'm almost about to release the next episode. Please don't hate me too much. Dream REMI mask for lucid dream work better, or is it better to keep practicing physically? Definitely build up the habits, because the REMI mask only works if you train yourself to recognize weird oddities that happen in the dream. Because the REMI mask just like shines bright red lights at your closed eyes, like it wouldn't do anything if you didn't build up the awareness to recognize the weird off thing that's happening in the dream in the first place. Yes, I will get lucid and almost instantly start to feel a throbbing pain in my forehead. I get 5 to 6 lucid dreams a month and have to wake up from half of them because of headaches. I'm trying to think, because this sounds like it has something to do with REM sleep. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think of ways you can test out being in REM and how that feels physically without you necessarily dreaming at that time. So maybe you can try waking yourself up in REM sleep and see if you wake up with a headache. Like, track your REM sleep and just try to wake yourself up during one of your REM periods and see. You should, if you are getting headaches like just from being in REM, you should feel it when you wake up from a REM period. So maybe test that out, and because it has to be something with REM sleep. So maybe, yeah, maybe set an alarm for REM and just see how you feel when you wake up. Good cake take time to make. Okay, I thought that was a little tongue twister. Okay, that's not as bad as I thought. You're right, Eric. You're right. Great things take time. I'm patient. Just like you guys are with me. I'm sorry. I love you. Okay, guys. I gotta go. I love you guys so much. I cannot wait to see you guys again. We'll be streaming Mondays, next Monday, 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. If the times need to change or be altered or anything like that, I will let you guys know in Telegram. So if you're looking for updates or anything on the content on this channel, that's the place to be. But I will be here coming up this next Monday. And next things on your forecast to look out for is a nightly meditation on the Lucid Mystics Sleep Music channel. A podcast episode, okay? It's coming. It is. I'm serious. And what do we think? Maybe the Lucid Dream Challenge series, because I've been wanting to start that up again. And that is it for your forecast on the Lucid Mystic channel. I love you guys. Have an incredible night. I hope to see you this upcoming Monday at 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Thanks, Mies, for coming to hang out with us. So good to see you again. Elijah, cool, yeah, and let me know if that works for you. Eric, thanks for all your help, my friend. I appreciate you. Everyone that came to hang out, I love every single one of you, and I cannot wait to see you again. So I'll see you this upcoming Monday, 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Thank you so much, Eric. Eric just posted a link with all of my resources. So if you are looking for any resources in particular, you should be able to find them on that link. My website is almost done, so soon I'll have a whole website of it's going to be a big DreamWork hub, and I can't wait. But until then, we're going to use the link tree. All right. Love you guys. Bye. Have an incredible Monday. Have an incredible week. And as always, I'm sending you endless love and endless lucidity. Bye, guys. See you later. I love you.